Southwest Florida, in May, we'll have ourselves a Broadway caliber, world-class, full production, state-of-the-art Playhouse. A theater of this stature is constructed in the United States maybe once per decade. Karen Fowler and I went to see them put on their current show, still in the old theater, and to learn about this new theater. And this current show, while all this construction is going on right down the road, is just phenomenal.
No, it's amazing. I've been driving by watching it. It's like, wow, that is just such a large building that's going to be so nice. So much going on in there.
This is a story that proves there are no small parts, just small actors. You see, although Christie and her Gulfshore Playhouse have been putting on shows in this tiny little theater since 2008, they've been producing world-class shows that have won over the hearts and imaginations of Southwest Florida. From this tiny little theater, they've been able to recruit industry-leading writers, directors, musicians, technicians, set designers, light designers, costume designers, choreographers, and actors.
I didn't realize how much went into their plays. There's so much going on and everybody has to work together and be able to do different parts at the same time, and the harmonies, and it was incredible.
And you're just in this little building, but there's so much art.
Right, so if we can do that in the North Center, imagine what we're going to be able to do in this building.
I couldn't believe that was the first night.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I'm like, this is the first night? And they've been working on this for 3 weeks? These are superhuman people.
Yeah.
I cannot believe you guys learned that in 3-4 weeks.
Neither can we.
Yeah, we can't believe it either.
It's amazing what your brain can retain when there's a time constraint. Truly.
Is it fun?
Oh, of
it's
course
so fun.
it's fun.
It's so fun.
Super fun.
Yeah.
From Naples, Florida, for all these years, Kristen's been putting on productions as if her Playhouse was in New York on Broadway. For instance, this current show had over 1,000 Broadway players competing for only 4 parts. Kristen and crew then flew to New York to make final decisions.
And then we go through the couple hundred, each of us, the director, the choreographer, me, etc., the music director, and we decide then the 50 that we want to see when we actually go to New York. And then out of that, we cast.
They have all the computers set up. They're programming the lights and programming the sound, and everybody was so intense. They didn't even know we were in the room. They were just so into what they were doing.
So if you're wondering how this little production company got together $72 million to build this coming crown jewel of Naples performing arts, it's because of that no small parts, just small actors mentality. What's so interesting is that years before this theater will have its grand opening, Kristen visualized it from her little apartment right across the street. When did you first see this?
I don't know. I would say that probably between 2010 and 2014 was when I was actively visualizing all the time. And I would just look across at this piece of land.
Where were you? Okay.
And so I was right on the corner of Bayfront, right there, and I was looking right over here and just imagining, imagining a theater.
It in this exact spot?
Yep. In this exact spot. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. I just kept believing because I stood on that balcony so many times and imagined that there would be a theater growing out of the land here. And now the fact that you can see the apartment from here is just amazing.
So, if we already have 2 wonderful theaters in Naples, why do we need a third? What's the difference? Well, Sugden is not a professional theater. It's a wonderful community volunteer theater. And when artists puts on plays, they're bringing in traveling acts, plays that travel around the country. Gulfshore Playhouse will literally be producing plays from scratch that could wind up on Broadway. They could literally be producing plays that could win Tonys, all of which were born right here in Naples.
So you're saying I'm going back to my old self 20 years ago, standing on my balcony visualizing.
And you're going to tell her something about how much work it's going to be.
I'm going to say it's going to be really, really, really hard. And most people will not believe you, or believe in you, or believe in this, or be interested at all, and tell you you're crazy. And that there'll be so many ups, and there'll be so many downs, constant challenges, and yet, it's totally 100% worth it.
It'll even be better in the big theater. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like in the new buildings.
It's one of the newest and most state-of-the-art theaters being built
In the world.
in the world. Yeah.
How about them apples?
How about them apples, right?
There's no doubt in my mind that this will elevate the entire city. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.